Behind the green and gold curtain, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, and a new era in Green Bay, the 2025 NFL season has evolved into one of the most fascinating chapters in modern football, a story that intertwines the past and the future of the Green Bay Packers through the figures of Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, as the Packers prepare to face the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday night. Football, all eyes turn to Lambeau Field, not simply for a game, but for a symbolic encounter between Rodgers, who now commands the Steelers' offense after nearly 2 decades in Green Bay, faces the young quarterback who once stood in his shadow and now carries the hopes of a new generation of Packers fans. This matchup is far more than a football contest. It is the continuation of a narrative that began when Love was drafted 26th overall in 2020, a move that shook the league and sparked years of speculation about Rodgers' future in Wisconsin. Love spent 3 seasons observing, learning, and preparing behind one of the most complex and talented quarterbacks in NFL history, absorbing both the pressure and the standard that comes with wearing the Packers uniform. Despite their professional separation, the bond between mentor and student remains strong. Rodgers' departure in 2023 to the Jets and later his move to Pittsburgh did not end the respect and communication between the two. Love has spoken openly about that connection, explaining that they still exchange messages during the season. They talk about technique, leadership, and small adjustments that only 2 quarterbacks who understand the Green Bay system could discuss. Love has said that Rodgers still texts him about his footwork or play execution, moments of mentorship that continue to influence his growth as a professional. For Love, those interactions are more than nostalgia. They are reminders that greatness is learned through attention to detail and respect for the game. Rodgers, for his part, continues to speak warmly about his years in Green Bay. He has described the city, the fans, and the organization as integral parts of his identity. During recent interviews, he has made it clear that when the day comes to retire, he will do so as a member of the Packers, a gesture that affirms his deep connection to the franchise where he spent 18 seasons, winning 4 MVP awards and a Super Bowl title. That kind of loyalty resonates deeply in a league defined by constant change. Meanwhile, Jordan Love is carving out his own identity in the same green and gold that Rodgers once made iconic. Through 6 games, the Packers sit at 4-1-1 with Love commanding the offense. With growing confidence and precision, his decision-making has improved, his pocket presence is sharper, and his leadership has become the central element of this new Packers era. The statistical parallels between Love and Rodgers in their respective seasons only highlight how both are thriving in their separate paths, creating a rare moment of balance between legacy and renewal beyond the quarterback narrative. The Packers-Steelers clash brings additional intrigue surrounding Green Bay's evolving offense, the expected return of Christian Watson, and the debut of rookie first-round pick Matthew Golden. Together on the field marks a pivotal point for the Packers' passing attack. Golden, who entered the week listed as questionable with a hip injury, is expected to be available, according to reports from NFL insider Ian Rapoport. His presence adds an explosive dimension to the offense, complementing Watson's vertical threat and consistency. Green Bay's receiving corps has been reshaped by necessity, with Jaden Reed still on injured reserve and Dontavian Wicks ruled out. The active group for Sunday will include Romeo Matthew, Golden, Christian Watson, Malik Heath, and Savion Williams, along with the possible contribution of Bo Melton, who transitioned from wide receiver to cornerback earlier in the season. Golden's early impact cannot be understated, playing in more than 60% of offensive snaps, recording 18 receptions for 249 yards, and demonstrating versatility with 8 rushing attempts for 45 yards. These numbers show why Green Bay invested its first-round pick on a wide receiver since 2002. For Watson, this game represents not just a return from injury, but the beginning of what could become one of the most promising duos in the NFC. His chemistry with Love, developed over years of practice and setbacks, now meets the talent of a rookie who was drafted to reshape the offensive future. Together, Watson and Golden could redefine the Packers' air attack, bringing back memories of the explosive combinations that once defined Green Bay's golden years. As the hours count down to kickoff, the emotional weight of this matchup grows. Rodgers faces the franchise that molded him, the city that crowned him, and the fans that watched his journey from backup to legend. Love faces his predecessor's shadow with composure, seeking not to replace, but to build upon what came before. Their careers will forever be linked by Green Bay, but what unfolds now is a story of transformation, not replacement for the fans. This is more than nostalgia. It is history in motion. It is about understanding how one era ends, not in rivalry but in reverence, and how a new one begins with confidence and hope. The Packers remain one of the most tradition-rich teams in football, and what happens on Sunday night will echo through that history. If you are a fan who lives and breathes the NFL, who values the stories behind the USIP statistics and the relationships behind the rivalries, this is the place for you. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become part of a community that follows the league, not only for the touchdowns and highlights, but for the evolution of the game itself. For those who understand that football is both a battle and a bond, this is where the story continues.